so today I'm going to go up and put in a trail. I've already driven the snow machine on this trail about 10 times this winter. I've walked it a lot. It's kind of like a game trail, and the woods are sparse enough you can get a snow machine through there. Except today I'm going to go through, put some blazes on trees, maybe put a little bit of flagging up, and trim some of the brush out of the way. So next winter it'll be a little easier to find, and I'll be able to get in a little bit sooner. It's about maybe half a mile to a mile, so it's really not very long at all. It just kind of parallels the creek by our house. It's about it's a couple miles to get up there. So I'm gonna take a few of the dogs up there. I'm gonna take one of our house dogs up there. He's a border collie, and then I was trying to decide if I want to take the snow machine or the dogs up there. I decided I'm going to take the dogs up there just because there was some open water on the creek, and I didn't want the snow machine falling through, and I'm not really worried about, because the dog team and I is a lot lighter than the snow machine, I'm not really worried about falling through. And so, yeah, I'm only going to take a couple dogs. The reason for that is if I hooked a 8, 10, or 12 dog team up or something like that, we would, I'd be spending a lot more time trying to hold those dogs back than actually working on the trail. So if I only take a couple dogs, it's going to be a lot easier for me to just go out and put a lot of work at the trail and not worry about them taking off and leaving me. Alright, I'll see you out there. I'll be back with you shortly. As you can see, I just got 2 dogs pulling, and then Mackie's right here. And I got a very limited amount of gear in my sled. And even though these dogs aren't really strong enough to pull me the entire time, they're able to pull my gear, and then I'm running. So it just, all you really need is enough to pull your gear around, and then as long as you can keep up, then it's a pretty good setup. I got Marble on the left. He's 4 years old and part of our main race team. And then I got Aniak, who is almost 10 years old, on the right. Aniak's actually I did her ride champion. She won with Yor Olsen back in 2018. And she's kind of semi-retired now, but still enjoys going out and having little fun mushes like this. So we got a couple, maybe 2.5 inches of snow on the ground right now. For fresh stuff. It's been snowing for the last week. But it's been so warm out in the daytime, it's just kind of melted off. So yeah, a little tiny bit of snow to break, but dogs are still pulling the sled just fine. So 2 dogs can really pull quite a lot, actually. You're not going to go very fast, and they're probably not going to pull you for super long distances, but they do pretty good. One thing that I really like about spring mushing is since we don't really have any races planned, you can pretty much, the dogs still need to get out and exercise and have fun, but there's not like, you know, these 30 or 40 dogs need to run today and can't really wait another day, and then after that day you're running them again. And so it's lots of fun training, but sometimes it can get a lot when you're training so many dogs every day. And so after our racing season, we can just take a few dogs out and just go have fun. Whereas the training is fun, but you're taking large teams out. You're going on trails that you know are good because you don't, especially with a bigger team, it's on a rough trail, you have more to pay attention to. So it'd be easier for a dog to get hurt. Whereas if you have 2 dogs on a rough trail, you can really watch each dog really closely. So it's a lot of fun just to take really small teams out, go a few miles, and just go have fun and do some exploring. So you can hardly even tell, but this is the creek right here. And that's that open hole I was talking about. The water there is really only a foot deep at most. About, I don't know, 15, 20 feet wide maybe. So it's really not very big, but it's just something that I didn't want to risk taking the snow machine across here and breaking through right here, whereas the dog team's a lot lighter and definitely going to be a lot easier to get out. So right here is just somewhere where there's a lot of kind of brush tree limbs hanging out in the middle of the trail. So I'm just gonna take my hatchet and trim a couple of those off. A little bit more open now. So usually I make a blaze in a tree like this one here. Today I actually have some pink flagging that I'm gonna be using. It's gonna be a little easier for some of the stuff. I mean, I'll probably be able to remember this trail pretty good, but if there's any tricky spots, corners, whatever, I might just stick a little tiny piece of this flagging there. And just because a blaze, the nice thing about a blaze is it's gonna last forever unless the tree falls down, which this tree is not gonna fall down for a long time probably. The flagging can fall down very easily, but it's a lot quicker to put up and a little bit easier to see. So that's what I'm gonna mainly using today, or I mean, I'm still only gonna put a few pieces up probably. And I'll trim more brush out with my saw and hatchet, and yeah, we're gonna keep on going here. So something like this right here, these woods are really sparse. So you can have a snow machine trail going anywhere in here. So I put a little piece of flagging in here. I don't like to litter up the whole woods with flagging, but a few pieces here and there can make it a lot easier, because let's say next year I come through here and you know, if we just got 3 feet of snow on the ground, everything's gonna be buried in snow. It's gonna be a lot harder to see. And I might still be pick out that piece of flagging, whereas if I don't have that here, a blaze, since the indentation in a tree is kind of more likely to get snowed in. And I might be driving somewhere over there, and then when there's a brush patch right up here and I have a trail cut through that, I hit that brush patch here and I might spend 15 minutes looking around over there and finally find the cut through the brush patch that goes over here. So it's a lot easier if you can, even in sparse patches, if you can take that same route every time. So when you get to a narrow, brushy patch, you take the same exact spot. And it'll make it a lot easier for putting this trail in next year. So yeah, I'm not using a lot of flagging, but just here and there, it's nice to put a little piece. So this is what I call the canyon. You can't really, it's steeper, bigger in some spots, but this is, the camera doesn't even show, this is really steep right here, and the creek's down at the bottom somewhere over there. And yeah, it's about half a mile long, just runs up along here. So anyway, that's what this entire trail parallels. So my trail's, dogs are right over there, and my trail's just paralleling this little indentation here. So I want to straighten this trail out a little bit here. My snow machine track goes that way. It's kind of narrow. I think it would be easier if we went straight that way. It's a little, I don't know, 15 foot, not 20 foot, I don't know, probably like 15 feet tall. Anyway, this tree, I'm gonna whack out of here. It's a dead tree, and then I'll be able to make this trail straighter. This wood here is really rotten, or not super rotten, but it's pretty easy cutting. So we got pretty much the entire trail put in, all marked, blazed. brush cut out of it. I'll have to do a little bit more work next spring. A lot of these stumps that I'm cutting off are just to kind of open the trail up a little bit more. So I won't actually be driving over top of them, just trying to make them a little less brushy, a little bit easier to find, and a little bit more open. And I only filmed for a very short amount of time out on this trail making, because it's a lot easier to cut and hatchet stuff when you're not filming. So I showed you a little bit. I'm about finished, and so yeah, I'll be using this trail next winter. Hopefully I'm going to be using it as one of my trapping trails. Like I said, it's really short, but it gives me some access points to some new trails that are already existing. And so yeah, thanks for watching. I'm excited to use this next year, and you may see me out here driving on it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.